my grind. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. I'm really at the paper, I'm on the money mission. I'm really at the paper, I gotta get it, nigga. I'm chasing all these checks for my family, nigga. I'm chasing all these racks, I need some Benjis, nigga. I'm grinding for that back and gotta keep some Zaza packs in. I got a couple 20s, but I need 100 Jackson. I got a couple fronted cause these pussy niggas taxing. I got a couple 100 rounds if you think I'm lacking. I'm on my grind, I'm on my grind, ain't no need in asking. I want it all, I want it all. Please don't ask no questions. These niggas lying, that's why I keep that maxin'. These niggas lying, that's why I keep it. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind.
I'm on my grind, trying to stay away from sales and doing time. Niggas always lying on my line. If I was blood, I would put that shit on shine. I got a son, so you know that made me shine. I got the bread, so you know I hold the line. You niggas tellin' I'm starting to think you're 69. Kick flip, push, I'm on my grind. I got a bad bitch with me, so you know I wine and dine. I'd rather have a premium contract than a prime, like Amazon. I'm on my grind. I stack and flip like a boss, more like a dime. Yeah, I'm the one, like LeBron, the chosen one.
Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind.
Oh boy, you ain't dumb on this one.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. That song was called On My Grind by Spizzy Taste the Bag featuring Leonard P. Make sure y'all go download that on Apple Music when you get a chance. Type in the artist Spizzy Taste the Bag. But this is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Let's get right into the recap here with Let Cash Accumulate Over Days. Stocks slip as investors look to house on vote debt ceiling. NASDAQ pops nearly 6% in May. The Dow Jones Industrial Average traded 134.51 points lower or 0.41% to end at 32,908.27. The S&P 500 dipped 0.61 to close at 4,179.83. The NASDAQ Composite slipped 0.63%, finishing at 12,935.29. So that's really it right there for the month of May. You guys, history is set in stone. That's what the month of May closed like. And I'm here to tell you, man, with LCAOD, it's been very bullish this month of May. Like I said, there's been an inverse with history. Usually history always states, sell in May, go away. But it's been the opposite this year. I must say in 2023, it's been a buy in May and you get paid today. So that's just kind of what it's been in the whole month of May. So, the market has just been going up. Well, right now, currently looking at a pullback area here in the market right now, going into tomorrow, looking at the debt ceiling deal. The House is supposed to vote currently right now. They're going to be voting right now. I'm going to see if we can find a video during the recap to see the voting process take place. If not, then you'll know the results by tomorrow. If the House vote gets passed, and it looks like the deal could possibly be going through by the end of this week. So just keep an eye out on that. You know, the debt ceiling deal is very key to the market right now. Obviously, if there is a deal, the market's going up. If there is not a deal, a surprise shock that the House don't pass the deal, then the market may go down. So it's just something to be looking at here going into towards the end of the week, going into this new month coming up in June. So that's just pretty much what it is right now. But a little pullback today on the overall market. Not nothing too scary where there should be a sell-off, but I would definitely say the Bears got there a little bit momentum today. The Bears took back a little bit momentum today, and you know it's overall still a bull market currently right now. So that's just where we're at, and that's just what it is. But as you know, there's still economic data, the LCAOD. You know we go over every week, and that's just what we follow. That's the guidelines, just the rules to get really paid. And you know, like I said, investing is a business at the end of the day. It's not a gamble. This isn't a casino. So you want to be taking your time with these things and following the economic data. Really, that's just how you get paid, and you know that's just what it is. So going into tomorrow, ADP payrolls is going to be important. Jobless claims data tomorrow. ISM manufacturing PMI is going to be important. And Friday looks like the key day on Wall Street. They're saying non-farm payrolls data is coming out and unemployment rate. So we're looking at that very closely. We know that's going to move the market. We know that's what the market is pricing in. So we're going to see what's going on here. You want to be cautious of this data because this data can change the direction in the blink of an eye, literally, and it can confirm the direction. So that's how things work here. That's how the market works. But that's just what it is. That's what we're looking at for it. The rest of the remainder of the week. Fed speakers this week, as you've seen today, Wednesday, Harker moved the market. Harker and Jefferson moved the market around 12:30 to 1:30. The market kind of like found a support zone and showed strength to the upside. It went back up, but you know by the end of the day, during power hour, the last 10 minutes, it got a little 10-minute rig. The market basically sold off. So you know, as you see though, like I said, the Fed speakers definitely moved the market, and Harker will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. So hopefully, you know, Harker looks like he's a bull in the market. And he's Harker and Jefferson. They moved the market up today a little bit from the bottom, but overall the market closed bearish. Did go back down. So we're just looking at the Fed speakers, and like I said, whatever they say and quote definitely pertains to the market and moves the market, make volatility come in and out the market very quickly. So just looking at that too as well. Going into tomorrow and the end of the week. So 3 things to watch this week. Debt ceiling deal still, you guys. And remember, that's about to get finalized as of right now going into tomorrow. Still got till June 5th. So we're going to see if they extend it to the actual final day. So we're looking at that closely. And U.S. jobs report, like I said, that data coming out pretty much tomorrow and Friday is important. Last batch of earnings, obviously. The earnings today, a lot of volatility. You know, you got a lot of direction in the earnings looking at how they went today, and looking at advanced auto parts, you guys, they sold off completely. They're down about $40 right now. We're going to be looking at that chart momentarily, but that earnings right there could have been a hit right there for the Bears, and if you could have brought puts there, you would have been a huge winner on advanced auto parts. They went down for earnings, just looking bad over there. And then you got CrowdStrike. They reported. Salesforce, AI reported. We're about to look at all these companies here momentarily. We're going to look at the charts and see what's going on. Dollar General, they report tomorrow morning. Remember that. You got Macy's and Zaskler. Broadcom and Lulu tomorrow after the close is going to be key. MongoDB as well. So I'll be looking out for that. And Dell tomorrow reporting earnings. That's all going to be key. Be looking out for that. But earnings, like I said, so far has shifted the market, you know, moved the market. Advanced auto parts, like I said, was a part of the bearish storm today because they sold off $40, and those puts hit today. Like I said, advanced auto parts is not looking good out here to, you know, get in the zone, auto zone parts right now. You know what I'm saying? Advanced auto. So advanced auto parts, it's not looking good. So just know that right now it might be a discount there. Could be going back up in the long term though for sure. Good company overall, classic company. But that's just what it is right now though. But top 5 things to know. You know, like I said, debt ceiling deal obviously. Looking at to see when that gets signed and inked. Jobs report data, ISM manufacturing PMI. Then you know the earnings results. We're about to look at that, and then we got more companies reporting tomorrow. That's important, so we're looking at that closely. And that's pretty much really it, you guys. One stock to buy, one stock to sell this week. They're saying buy Salesforce and sell Dollar General. We're going to look here into Salesforce, and then we'll be looking at Dollar General tomorrow on the recap. So to see if that's true or if that's an inverse pattern, meaning it could be the opposite. Could be sell Salesforce and buy Dollar General. So we'll be looking to see what's right and what's wrong here. Yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get into the charts and numbers now that we know what to expect here the remainder of the week and going into June, you guys. So pretty much starting with the SPY. The SPY did exactly what LCAOD expected. If you're new here today and you're just tuning in from the Discord to the YouTube channel or YouTube mobile, whatever you're looking at this from, you're just tuning into the recap, hit that like and subscribe button if you could. Spread the word. We're giving out free game here. You can be profitable. It's about when you start. It's not about how long you didn't know. So remember that too when you first do this. And at the end of the day, you guys, your money will do better over time being invested than just sitting. So something to think about here. Hit that like and subscribe button if you could. But on the last recap, you guys, we looked at the SPY and we knew the SPY was going to land here. So right here, you guys, the SPY is at pretty much, this is a high level of support. As you're seeing right there, 416 is holding up. So that actually looks really good for the bulls. They did lose a little bit of momentum, which was this here. That's the momentum that they lost, and obviously that's going to be the goal to get back to. So that's the zone that you want the bulls to take the market back to and really higher now. But if it does just get back here, would be good. Obviously, higher 425 is still the goal here on the spot, but overall, that's just what you need to be doing here if you're bullish on the market and the market is bullish itself in stating that. So that's what's going to be happening. That's what we're looking at. But, the market did sell off to that support zone today. So now, this is really about looking at if support is going to hold, you guys. And support is just technically speaking that, is a market bottom for wherever the price is currently at. That's all support is. So right here is a level where you're seeing people step in and buy and hold it, and it's not going down any further. So that means that is support. And then resistance, you guys, mean just basically it's the top. It means the market can't push higher. It's not making higher highs, or the numbers not going higher. So that considerably is the top, and in market terminology, it's just resistance. So that's just really the key things to be looking at Monday through Friday here every day when you look at these charts and numbers, you guys. Resistance, support. You're looking at that to see which one is winning. And overall, as of right now, resistance won today here in the SPY. Because the SPY has found its top here, and it didn't look like it wanted to even show strength to get back up there. So resistance did win today. You know what I'm saying? But support did step in here. So it's just two things to be looking at. And if you're going forward here, if support is stepping in here, it's just something to be thinking about. It looks like the debt ceiling deal may be about to get signed here any moment, and you got to take that into consideration. If this is the dip, then the market is definitely about to explode higher back to 422. So it's just something to be looking at, or just to see, like I said, if support moves out the way here and you find a lower support, and like I said, that could happen as well. And so resistance can turn into support. Support can turn into resistance. So just remember that as well. Summing it all up. But from the 1 day perspective here on the SPY, you guys, we're just looking to see if the SPY is going to break back above this 419 level tomorrow, you guys. I think if it breaks above that resistance level there, you get really bullish again. The momentum kicks back in instantly, and then they probably take it to 420 here in the market overall and to the upside. And then from that point, you're getting closer to the weekend here. The market hasn't really seen upside all week, so if you get to 420, you might see a push to 422, you guys, this week here going into June. Tomorrow going into June next week. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is here. That's what it looks like the upside levels is here. And if you get here, still the goal in mind for the bulls is ultimately that 425 level, they still want to get there. That is still a target if you're going long. So nothing to be discouraged about right now if you're bullish in the overall market, because all that still can happen. Obviously, that's the upside levels we're looking out for. But at the same time, it could not happen right now, or it may not happen at all. The top is possibly in right now, and it is signaling that as of today, 422 is your top here. You got another top here, 421 to 420. So, and then you got another top right here, 419. So, looking at it from both perspectives, as of right now, current market conditions, just looking at how it may open tomorrow, it might be possible downside here. And if there is, 417 is a level to be looking at closely. If that doesn't hold there, the next level is that 416 level right here, that so-called support. See if that turns into a resistance right there, meaning that will move out the way and you'll see the market flushing below it. So this is what we're looking at closely tomorrow. The next level is really, if that doesn't hold, 416 is bearish. It's to all the way to 415 to 414.50, you guys, and it'll flush. It'll be completely bearish at that point. Bears will have their momentum back fully. That's what it looked like. That's what it'll look like. And like I said, you may see consolidation here. The Bulls might try to step right back in and push higher. So just be on the lookout for that as well. Or if 414.50 is not holding, then it's a possible chance you do take the market all the way back down here to 412.20 to possibly 410 again. So these are wide ranges, because that's where the Bears want to get their target, like the Bulls got their target up here to get to 425. The Bears got one too. So we'll be seeing closely here which way the market is taking it. It's one way or the other though. SPY, that's the SPY. Triple Qs. Triple Qs. Triple Q, same thing here. Looking still strong for real, man. Looking tremendously bullish. They did retest that 350 level today for the hell of it looks like, but it did get sold off all the way back down here to support. Now, it looks like their support here is 346.60. So a little couple numbers off. I thought it could be possibly 345, 344, but I'm seeing it actually is holding up here at 346. So that's even stronger right now in the triple Qs. So it looks like the upside levels tomorrow I'm looking out for here is basically just a break back to that 348.80 level, you guys. If we can get back there, triple Qs is back bullish that quick, and the next level would be that 350 retest again. And this time, expect a breakthrough. If it does, it may be a consolidation here, who knows? But if you see it break above 350.69, then expect a breakthrough right back to that 353 level where it was just previously at. So that was your top here on the triple Qs. And really the open market right there, 354. So it looks like it'll be trying to get right back to that point. And, that's their goal. That's their first goal. But the second goal for the triple Qs, they're going long here. They're trying to really get this thing all the way to about 366 on the triple Qs. So it's just something to be thinking about here. And think about every stock in the NASDAQ, they're going to go up if this is the case here. And they do end up hitting that target, the 366. So it's looking very strong and bullish in the triple Qs right now. And it's looking like an opportunity to buy the dip. So just something to be looking at closely here going into tomorrow and the rest of the week. But at the same time, top could definitely be in because past couple of days it has proved that. So we're looking at round 3 here tomorrow, day 3, to see if that is true. And it'll confirm it. The market always does. You got to give it some time. And if this is your top here, then I'm expecting a downside level here at 346 not to hold. If that doesn't hold, 346 doesn't hold, the next level is at that 344.50 level, you guys, to the downside on the triple Qs. If that doesn't hold, the still ultimate bear goal is 340 on the triple Qs. So keep that in mind. Like I said, the Bulls got a target and a goal. The Bears got a target and a goal. The market is hitting one of them. Just be ready for which one is going to hit. Pay attention to the numbers. DIA, you guys, same thing for them. But only difference is with the DIA is they really have been bearish here. They have been showing weakness in them overall in the Dow Jones and all the companies in the Dow Jones. And that's not really good because, that's the most expensive indice. That's the most. That's indices. That's the indice with the most money. Put it that way. So if they're showing weakness, it's not really good. It's not really good to be for the strongest indice to be showing weakness here. And it has been overall, it's been really making the market mix so far here the past 3 months. The Dow Jones hasn't really been going up. So that's companies like Nike, you know what I'm saying? And just all the Dow Jones companies, retail companies, Walmart, things of that nature. But whatever Dow Jones company, I'm pretty sure you can all look it up. But those are just a couple examples of Dow Jones companies that are just really haven't been strong this year. There's plenty of more. It's about 30 to name a few, but Caterpillar has been down is another one. You got Chevron Gas that's been down. Disney's been down. So it's all hurting the Dow Jones right now. Goldman Sachs, Home Depot, Intel, Johnson and Johnson, J.P. Morgan, Lulu. Everything is actually kind of down right now in the Dow Jones. So these are just companies, like I said, that's weighing the weakness on the Dow Jones overall, and could be weighing the weakness in the overall market. If this spreads, if this panic spreads here to the SPY and the triple Qs, then like I said, you'll see the overall market get more bearish like you saw today. So it's just something to be looking out for here closely on the Dow Jones, because they've really been signaling bearish here for the past 3 months. It hasn't retested 340 for a long time. That was a high that they wanted to get to for a long time, and they got there just for a little bit, just to come all the way back down here. They retested 325 recently, and then they retested 327 today. So the Dow Jones, like I said, is completely bearish. So it's something to be cautious about. Knowing that the SPY and the triple Qs have been completely bullish. It's been the opposite for the Dow Jones. They've kind of been bearish. So this is where the inverse. This is where the confusion is coming in, and the market is like pushing and pulling, and things are not on one accord yet. But things will start to come together. Believe that. Trust and believe that, you guys. It's all about patience at the end of the day. Letting things go by and letting things take place. That's what it's really about. I think eventually over time the Dow Jones is about to either explode back to the upside, and this is going to be your bottom, and people are going to regret not buying it here. Or the Dow Jones is really looking at a point where they are about to pull back a little bit more here, looking 6 months out. And, you got to really zoom out when you're talking about this sector, like I said, because it's the most expensive indice in the overall markets. So it's like at the end of the day, you guys, the Dow Jones, if it breaks at this point 325, then, if it gets to like the 320 area, just expect all the stocks in the Dow Jones, they all might be reshaping. Share prices might look like small caps for a while. That could be in play right now too for the Dow Jones. So just be looking at it from both perspectives, obviously. But from the 1-day level here on the Dow Jones, you guys, just looking to see if the Dow Jones need to just really get back to 330. If they can break back to 330, you guys, that looks good at least for now. At the Dow Jones, that shows bullish momentum. The bulls really want that 332.50 level. It's time to start picking it up here on the Dow Jones. They know it. It's either they're about to do it, like I said, or, they're just not. So that's the upside level I'm looking out for here on the Dow Jones. Into the downside here, obviously, we keep trying to flush it below that 325. So we retest, what's that, 327 tomorrow, back test. That doesn't hold. The next level, obviously, will be that 325.60 level here. And it's going to get critical at that point. The Dow Jones must hold. If they don't, it'll be completely bearish all the way back to, it's looking like 320 to the downside on the Dow Jones, you guys. And that wouldn't be good for overall Dow Jones companies, you guys. And probably not the overall market if you see that. So be on the lookout for that. IWM. IWM, you guys. The IWM has been really like the Dow Jones, more so bearish than bullish, So same thing for them. They right here, they attacked that critical support today, 172, closed at 173. So upside levels, I'm looking out for it. They must get back to 175. You want to see it break back to 175.80. And if you can get there, the next level is back to that 176.50 to 177.50. So that's just an area where really the IWM has been really consolidating here for a while now at this point. It's just been right here for a very long time. So just looking at it like that, knowing that's the bullish area, that's just where, the momentum could pick up and he could see a test at 180. That's the target the Bulls want. But they got to get there. Obviously, they have been there and got rejected recently. So, that's the upside levels I'm looking out for. But must break the 175 obviously to be even bullish going into the end of the week and next week. To the downside, obviously, we're right here at this critical support area that may flush. So, looking for a break to 172. If you don't hold that tomorrow, the next level I'm looking out for is 170.83 on the IWM. And that'll be a lot of selling pressure right there. You may see that even folding it come to 170, even to 169.79 to the downside on the IWM. VIX, volatility, speed of the market, everything that you need to know. If you don't know, now you know. So the VIX put up another basically wicking red candle beside the one before yesterday. The only difference is, you guys, what do you notice? This one is higher than this one, right? That's what it is. This one is higher than this one. So not really technically a fill here on the VIX, but this candle is higher than the one than yesterday on the VIX. So that's the key to look into going into the market. Going into tomorrow, looking at the speed of the market and looking at the volatility, that's the speed of the market. It's signaling out that, the speed of the market can be filled either direction still. That's what it's saying. And, as of right now, it's pushing a little bit towards more of the upside on the VIX, just a tad bit, and you saw the markets react to that today. They pulled back a little bit. They came down. You see a lot of red right now. And that's just what's going on. So, looking into tomorrow, the VIX, I'm just going to see if they, to the upside level on the VIX. I'm looking to see if it's going here. Apologies, you guys. Apologies, Wi-Fi error. Looks like right there, my bad. But we're still live here with the recap right now, currently. So it should be a skip right there. Once the recap load up there for you guys. I apologize. That's the Wi-Fi. Nothing I could do out of my control. But as I was saying with the VIX, basically just looking into tomorrow, going into tomorrow with the VIX, the volatility, the speed of the market, the things that control the direction of the market, the VIX, the volatility controls everything. VIX, I'm just looking to see if it's going to fill to the upside here, if it's going to fill here at $18.52. If you see that, then expect a little bit more pullback, you guys, on the overall market. And if you see above that, expect a lot of pullback, possibly a sell-off here at this area at $19.52. And if you think about touching 20, it's a complete sell-off. And if you get above 20, it's a for sure sell-off. So be looking at that closely going into tomorrow on the VIX to the upside. On the downside, now I'm just looking to see, at this point, you got a lot of filling to do here to the downside. So about $17.10, if you can get there first, I expect the markets to go back up. The overall market will go back up. You'll see from where you see today, where basically the sell-off, where it sold off, it'll be right back up tomorrow if you see the VIX starting to push back down to that level. So I'm looking at that closely right there. And, if things can really take off from that point, if the VIX don't hold 17 as support right there and it breaks below that, and it keeps trying to get back down here to this area of $16 or $15.99. So it can get really extremely bullish, you guys, right there at that point. Just know that the market can go up higher. It'll be probably new highs for a lot of companies, and the market will be high for sure. Just believe that. So that's the levels I'm looking at on the VIX. You should too. Netflix. Oh, Netflix. Netfly. So they're up here, you guys. They're in the support area. I told you, man, they want 400 bad. They literally just tagged it. They went past it, 405. So that's probably shocked them. You got to think about that. They didn't probably expect 405. They expected 400 even. It went above that. Price went to 405.25. So Netflix right now is in a zone where it looks like I said, you guys, it's about to break out of this zone here. And it's moving a little faster than I expected. Like I said, I expected Netflix to be right here at 400 by the end of August. Here it is, the end of May, and they're already here where I expected them to be. So only thing you can say about Netflix right now is higher. And just know the only thing that is moving Netflix is the password sharing thing. And they have earnings coming up here July 17th. So the password sharing thing is really pretty much the thing you want to be noticing about Netflix. Like I said, do investors seem like they like that you can't share your password with others anymore? You have to use one account, or investors not liking that, and you know what I'm saying, it's causing the stock to sell off. So as of right now, investors are liking that. It's causing the stock to be brought, and you see Netflix is strong right now. It's really bullish. So you have a lot more upside here for that. So like I said, just expect higher if you're going to continue to see this type of bullish momentum. And like I said, the next fill would be obviously back to that 405 level, and then 410. If that breaks, then your next level is literally, it's not resistance to almost about 460 in there, between 409 to 460 possibly is no real resistance on Netflix. So it's just something to be thinking about here. You could be going long for the summer on Netflix, you guys. It might be a buy going into June. If you're already in it, hold definitely. I could tell you that. You know, Netflix is primed to go up higher here at this point currently, because like I said, the numbers are already shifting higher before time expected. So that'll cause friction, and it will cause panic buying, and you'll see the stock explode to the upside. So be expecting that on Netflix, like I said. So the ranges are wide here, and like I said, it could be a lot of people. They feel like Netflix is just way too high. They want in. So it could be a big sell-off with Netflix too, just so they can get in. So be expecting, like I said, a wide range here on Netflix right now, you guys. Same as you would in the video, but right here Netflix, you guys, they closed at $395. So I'm expecting a push here. Probably pre-market, you see 399, 400 there upside tomorrow. And it looks like we're about to start trading at the 400 level on Netflix, you guys. And if it gets here, once it gets here, it either get rejected, or you'll see a push higher back to 405 to see if it tags 406. And then, like I said, at that point right there, that current moment, Netflix is definitely going higher into the summer here. So it's just definitely something to be looking out here. Upside levels on Netflix are realistic there, right there. And like I said, the longest you could possibly go here is from 409 to 460 on Netflix to the upside. So that's just real. Now to the downside, this could be an area, obviously, of the tops end zone. So if that is true, and you see Netflix pulling back here to 390 here, if 390 doesn't hold, then that's a signal Netflix is about to make a steep pullback here, so more people can get back in. And the next level would be 386 to hold. If that doesn't hold, the next level here would be about 382 on Netflix, and you'll possibly see consolidation there at that moment. I don't think no lower. But it could be, obviously 380 would be the next level, but I think consolidation here at 382 to the downside on Netflix. Microsoft, kind of like on Netflix right now, but the difference is, Netflix got that stuff going on with the password sharing, yada yada. Microsoft is just a real big AI super soaker right now. It's just wetting the market up. It's going straight up right now, and it's super strong. And price targets are getting raised here by analysts and smart money on Microsoft about they want the price to really break out. It's time for new highs here, as you saw in the video, break out to new all-time highs on their earnings. Microsoft can do that too right now, currently, and they can do that going into their earnings. Their next earnings report is right here, July 27th. So it's a lot of stuff going on right here with Microsoft. Obviously, we're in the top zone too as well. We're peaking right at the all-time highs. So just something to be looking at closely right now. Microsoft, obviously. But the AI, you say AI right now with any of these big tech names, and it gets strong. So they turned into transformers, and that's just what you really have been seeing here in the past 3 months with Microsoft. Really, the year to date with Microsoft, they started that Chat CPT or something like that, Chat GPT. So they started it as well with Netflix, not Netflix, excuse me, but Nvidia started it, and a lot of other companies started that little chat thingy. So AI has pushed these companies really high here, you guys, and that's pretty much what's going on right now with Microsoft, like I said. But from the one-day perspective here, obviously Microsoft get back to 330 to 331. They pick up bullish momentum again, and then you see if it's going to retest that 335 level. I think that's a real key level right here. It must break here to show that it's about to make new all-time highs possibly, or just go to all-time highs. So 335 is a key level for Microsoft to break here. And like I said, that's just what they're looking at. If they get to that, you'll see a breakthrough back to 338, possibly 340 there. There's their target on Microsoft to the upside. Coming soon here. That's what the Bulls are expecting. That's what they want. So it could be possible here. Like I said, they're with AI. AI's been moving very fast, so be on the lookout for Microsoft making this move to the upside. Now, to the downside, you guys expect, like I said, they're in the top zone. They're below 330 right now, so if it doesn't push back above 330 tomorrow, obviously, this is a signal in the top here, and I expect a break back to about 326.50. The next level would be 325 on Microsoft. If that don't hold, the next low level there is 323 to 322.50 to the downside on Microsoft. Like I said, you may see consolidation here. AI is really strong right now, but if the overall market is selling, obviously the next level would be 320. But I see consolidation here at 323 somewhere near on Microsoft to the downside. Apple. So Apple, you guys, they're really about to break out too here, almost year to date. Looking at it 5 years out, they're near their all-time high here as well. They're in the top zone, so it's getting critical right here for the market to hang out where it's hanging out. Because obviously, if it's not about to break above, you see all this selling that took place below every time we do reach these top patterns. So you could be signaling out Apple to possibly be doing that here coming into, going into the summer, going into the fall, possibly. But at the same time, like I said, it's just really right here at all-time highs. And it just needs to break above that circle right there to prove that. So if it is going to all-time highs, and I think if you get that right there, that's your confirmation. I think the market will be excited. I think Apple Bulls will step in there and try to push this thing to 190. So that's what I'm expecting there, right here with Apple. Like I said, strong company, obviously the one of the richest companies in the market, if not the richest. So looking at it like that from that perspective, and we're right here at all-time highs. It might be time for an upgrade on Apple. For real, they've been in this area for a while. And remember, they did a stock split. They reset their stock in about 2020. So it's just something to be looking at. Could be time to break out above here. And from the upside level, I'm looking at right here is going into tomorrow here. They need to get back to 178.50 there. You get back there, it shows your momentum is there and it's back. Now you need to go ahead and break to 179.50 and go ahead, and it's time to test that 180 level I think that's the target here on Apple right now. That's what they're trying to do. They were almost did it today, but they got caught at the end of the day with their pants down, and it sold off their completely little 10-minute rig to the downside. So it looks like they're going to be restarting right back, like I said, tomorrow, where they open basically where they close. So that's what Apple's doing. Apple's peaking at all-time highs, you guys. So just be cautious of trying to short that here. Or, like I said, you could be comfortable to short it here because, I mean, it is signaling out that we are at the top. This is the top zone for sure. But at the same time, like I said, be cautious. But that's the upside level. To the downside level, it is signaling out we are at the top. Could be a top zone. So looking to see if 176.80 don't hold tomorrow. If that don't hold, the next level is 175.50 to 175 or 174.90 on Apple to the downside. So, that's what I'm expecting there. Obviously, I see consolidation here, but if the overall market is selling, then I'll expect selling pressure to step in to take Apple back to at least 172.60, and that probably will be your bottom for the recent time here, going into the end of the week, possibly next week there on Apple to the downside. So that's pretty much it, you guys. That's everything that LCAOD we're looking at, and those are the levels. That's what you need to expect. Remember that debt ceiling deal is currently, we're about to see. I want to see if we can find something here momentarily. But before we go, it's getting signed. That deal is about to get signed. And remember, if that deal gets signed, the market is bullish. It's that simple. If that deal doesn't get signed, the market is bearish. So it's that simple. Just know that. We do got earnings here, you guys. That kicked off here, and I'm gonna show you guys Advanced Auto Parts that what happened yesterday. Huge sell off here, 114 close. Now they close here today at $72. So massive win for Bears here. This was a part of the big overall bearish momentum today in the overall market. Advanced Auto Parts puts won this right here, this battle on earnings. Remember, earnings is kind of like a gamble. It's 50-50. So, but the Bears won this gamble here today, you guys. Advanced Auto Parts. So salute to the Bears right here on that. Now, Advanced Auto Parts, remember, is a classic company. It probably will go back up over time, but we'll be looking at that closely. That's pretty much it, you guys. Who else reported? CrowdStrike, you guys, sold off here really bad. Down 11%, down $18. CrowdStrike right now is currently at 141, and the market is about to close here after hours. So looks like the Bears win here. I'm going to write it down. Bears win. So let's check that off. Obviously, unless you see CrowdStrike back up in the morning, then the Bears win right now. Currently, they just needed to open the way it is right now, and possibly more selling in the morning. You may see CrowdStrike at 139, 138. So be on the lookout for that. But Bears win as of right now on that earnings report. Remember, earnings, you guys, is 50-50. It is technically a gamble in the market. The people like to have fun with it. It's always best to wait after earnings. You really never know how earnings will turn out. So, but they do let us know, how much they are planning to give out. So that's the key with earnings. But it's 50-50 overall. You never know. They can tell you one thing and still do something else. I've seen it plenty of times. So remember, earnings is 50-50, you guys. It's a hit or miss, but this is a hit right here, you guys. Bears win here. Puts would have won. Could have brought puts on CrowdStrike. Would have been a nice little lovely win for you today. Salesforce, another one. Remember, so they said buy Salesforce. It looks like that is currently wrong, you guys. Wall Street is wrong on that. So, it's a Salesforce right now, currently right now. And it looks like the Bears are halfway winning here right now. And, because Salesforce could easily pop back up to 215. And it wouldn't hurt the Bulls as much. But the Bears would still be winning. But, they're down here almost 6%, $13. That's pretty much the Bears win this one too as well. So you want to see more selling, obviously, for the Bears to really win big here on the put side here at Salesforce, you guys. But it looks like they're pulling back. So earnings this week so far have all been bearish. And that's what you pretty much saw here today. So we'll be looking at what's that? Dell and all that, Dollar General tomorrow, going into that, Avgo, Broadcom, and MDB. We're looking at all of them closely tomorrow, you guys. Now, and it's going to get real critical in Lulu. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get real critical at Lulu. Lulu, what you got? Lulu moved big 3 months ago, so we're going to see if Lulu moved that much again tomorrow, you guys. But that's pretty much it with the earnings, you guys. And looks like Chewy's bullish, you guys. Chewy is bullish. Okay, so shout out to the dogs. Roof. Chewy's bullish. That's what's up, man. Chewy's bullish, little small bullish play. Remember, you could be long in Chewy for the long term. Looking at the all-time highs here on Chewy, they was $119 at one point in time in life. So that wasn't too long ago either, you guys. So Chewy, man, Chewy's bullish today. First bullish earnings right there report. So shout out to Chewy. Shout out to Chewy. But that's pretty much it right there, you guys. We're gonna wrap it up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Crypto's selling off right now. A little pullback on crypto. Still holding up. Looks kind of bullish right now. Almost look like Bitcoin's about to hit 30K possibly. If not, it's going back to 25. Ethereum is looking like it's about to hit 2,000. If not, it's going back to about 1,700. So we're looking at that closely still as well. Everything else, oil and all that too as well. Oil is down big right now, you guys. Oil is down. It's a discount on oil right now. Take advantage of that. It might be about to go right back up quickly at the price at the pump. So take advantage of that oil being down right now. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. S&P 500 futures are flat as House prepares to vote on debt ceiling bill. So it looks like that is taking place. Debt ceiling bill advances to final House vote after McCarthy gets help from Democrats. So that's what we're looking at. The futures are mixed up, as you can see. Let's see real quick if I can find a video about the House voting. Sometimes they have this stuff, sometimes they don't. So let's look real quick before we go. I don't want to hold y'all up too long. Let me see. Let's see real quick live if we can find the House voting. Oh, they're voting now, you guys. Wow, look at this. So here it is. This is the recap with LCAOD, and we're live right now, but we're getting the debt ceiling bill voted on right now. The House is voting, and it's expected to vote on the debt ceiling bill right now. Let's tune in real quick. We ain't gonna hold y'all up. Y'all can watch this on y'all own time. I'm gonna just watch a quick little 4 minutes of it with y'all real quick.
It averts the catastrophe of a default. I urge my colleagues to support this bill, and I yield back the balance of my time.
We continue to reserve, Mr. Speaker.
Gentleman from Missouri is recognized.
I yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Utah, Mr. Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When I ran for Congress, I ran on the promise that I would use my position to reverse Washington's debt culture. In my first term, I was in the minority party. And after 2 years of voting against Democrat spending proposals, I finally today get the opportunity to vote yes on a comprehensive and thoughtful piece of legislation that will serve as the most significant spending cut in American history. Does this bill achieve everything that I want? No, of course not. That's the reality, but my support is a significant step forward, reversing our ballooning national debt. The Fiscal Responsibility Act allows us to cut spending by $2.1 trillion over the next decade. It's the largest deficit reduction ever. And in my first time in 40 years, we will be able to address our permitting process, to be able to address our energy sector and transportation projects from crippling regulations. This act represents the beginning of what is to come as Republicans govern in a responsible, productive manner. We fought hard to get this agreement and blew through Democrats' red lines over and over again. This isn't over. We can responsibly govern, and success today will bring more success in the future. I look forward to casting my vote yes, and I yield back.
Reserve.
Gentleman reserves. Gentleman from Massachusetts is
Thank you,
recognized.
Mr. Speaker. It's an honor for me to introduce for 1 minute the gentleman from Connecticut and my neighbor, Mr. Larson.
Gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 3 times President Biden has had to deal with the Republican manufactured default crisis around raising the debt ceiling. Since 1960, Congress has dealt with the debt ceiling 78 times. And during the Trump administration alone, it raised the debt ceiling 3 times without holding the American economy and its people hostage. President Biden is to be commended for being the adult in the room and providing the leadership to prevent a catastrophic default that hurts the U.S. standing in the global economy and Americans here at home. That does not excuse the behavior of the Republican majority in the House who seek to normalize hostage taking in an effort to hurt programs that serve our people the most. Thank you, President Biden, for protecting Social Security, Medicare, and veterans benefits. The trust the American people place in you has been validated again.
Reserve.
Continue to reserve, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Gentleman from Missouri is recognized.
I yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Nebraska, Mr. Smith.
All right, you guys. So as you can see, it's getting intense out there. It's getting intense out there. The House is expected to vote on the debt ceiling bill right now. As you see, it's getting real intense. And as I said, you know, if they sign this bill, then the market is bullish. If they don't, then the market is bearish. So it's real critical right now, as you can see. But I'm about to tap in. I'm about to watch some of that myself here. But I just wanted to give you guys a little preview of what's going on. You guys can watch that yourself right now. If not, the information will be ready for you in the morning and be ready to go. So that's how that works. But that's pretty much it, you guys. This was the recap of the spot QQQs, IWM, DIA, VIX, Netflix, Microsoft, Apple with LCAOD. I will see y'all tomorrow with another recap. Peace.